What if I told you that there is a clear path for you to get out of this seemingly endless pain? If you are going through a loss, whether it is of a loved one, a relationship, a job, or anything important in your life, you need to understand something very important. What you are feeling right now has a name, an explanation, and most importantly, a solution. Many people get stuck in sadness because they don't know that there are specific stages that our minds need to go through in order to fully heal. It's like a map that shows exactly where you are and where you need to go. Over the next few minutes, I will show you the 7 stages of grief that everyone goes through, even without realizing it. I will explain why you feel what you feel at each moment, and most importantly, how to speed up this healing process. If you don't understand these stages, you could be stuck in the pain for years, thinking that you will never get better. But when you know the path, everything becomes easier. You will discover which stage you are in now and what you need to do to move on to the next one. By the end of this video, you will have a powerful tool to transform your pain into strength and breathe easily again. Tip 1. Recognize initial shock. The first stage of grief is shock, and you've probably been through it or are going through it right now. When we receive difficult news or lose something important, our minds simply can't process the information all at once. It's as if our brains create an automatic protection mechanism to keep us from feeling everything all at once. You may have felt that strange sensation, like you're living a bad dream or watching someone else's life. People often say that they feel like they're floating or that nothing seems real. This happens because our nervous system goes into protective mode. It's normal to feel confused, unable to think straight, or even unable to cry during this time. Some people feel very calm and collected, while others feel completely lost. Both behaviors are completely normal. The important thing is to understand that this phase doesn't last forever. Your brain is doing exactly what it needs to do to protect you. During this stage, be gentle with yourself. Don't pressure yourself into reacting in a specific way. Some people feel like they should be crying a lot, while others feel like they should be stronger. The truth is that everyone reacts differently, and that's okay. Accept whatever feelings you have, even if they are just a lack of feelings. Find people you trust to talk to, even if you feel like you don't have much to say. Sometimes just having someone around can help a lot. Drink water, try to eat something, even if it's just a little, and rest whenever you can. Your body needs energy to process everything that's going on. Tip 2. Understand denial as protection. The second stage is denial, and it can show up in ways you might not even imagine. It's not just saying that something didn't happen. Denial can be you acting as if nothing has changed, continuing to do the same things you always do, or avoiding thinking about the subject. It's your mind trying to keep life the way it was before. You might find yourself waiting for the person to come back, checking your phone to see if they've texted you, or preparing food for 2 when you now live alone. It can also be you telling everyone that you're fine and that you don't need help, when in fact you're really hurting inside. Denial serves to give us time to gradually get used to the new reality. It's like a natural remedy for pain, which slowly diminishes as we can bear more. The problem is when we get stuck in this stage for too long. Some people spend years avoiding accepting that something has really changed in their lives. To get through this phase in a healthy way, start by recognizing small signs of the new reality. You don't have to accept everything at once, but allow small truths to enter your life. If you lost someone, it may be about keeping some of that person's things, but not all of them. If you lost a job, it may be about starting to look for new opportunities, even if you don't feel ready yet. Talk to people who have been through similar situations. They can help you see that it is possible to get through this and that life can be good again, even if it's different. Remember that accepting reality doesn't mean you're forgetting or stopping loving what you lost. It just means you're allowing your life to go on. Tip 3. Allow yourself to feel the anger. The third stage is anger, and many people are frightened when it appears. You may feel angry at the person who left you for leaving, angry at yourself for not doing something different, angry at other people who still have what you lost, or even angry at situations that have nothing to do with your loss. It is completely normal to feel angry during grief, even if it goes against everything you believed about yourself. Anger appears because it is easier to feel angry than to feel the deep pain of loss. It is an emotion that gives us energy, unlike sadness, which leaves us powerless. For this reason, anger often comes as a natural protection. You may get irritated by small, everyday things, lose your temper more easily, or feel unfairly treated in life. Some people get angry at others who are still happy, as if they have no right to be happy when you are suffering. Others get angry at themselves, blaming themselves for things they did or didn't do. The key is to allow this anger to exist without judgment, but also without letting it harm you or others. Find safe ways to express your anger. This could be by talking to someone you trust, writing down everything you're feeling on paper, exercising, or even yelling at home alone. The important thing is not to keep this anger bottled up inside, because it can turn into bitterness and keep you stuck in suffering for much longer. Remember that feeling angry doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a normal person who's going through a very difficult time. If you are enjoying this information and it is helping you in some way, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any new content. And tell me in the comments where you are watching this video from. Your participation is very important to me and can help other people who are going through the same situation as you. Tip 4. Browse the bargain. The fourth stage is bargaining, which may seem a little strange, but it is more common than you might think. This is when our mind tries to make impossible deals to reverse the situation. You may find yourself thinking things like, if I had done this differently, maybe none of this would have happened. Or if I completely change my life, maybe things will go back to the way they were before. Some people make promises to higher powers, saying that they will be better people if they can get back what they lost. Others keep looking for signs that the loved one is still around, or that the situation will somehow magically resolve itself. Bargaining can also appear as a constant search for answers. You want to understand exactly why something happened, as if finding a perfect explanation could change anything. You may find yourself thinking about every detail, replaying conversations, analyzing each moment, trying to find something that could have been done differently. This stage is important because it helps us process the situation and seek some control in the midst of chaos. But it is important not to get stuck in it for too long. The truth is that we can't always understand why certain things happen, and there's not always something we could have done differently. To get through this phase in a healthy way, allow yourself to ask these questions and seek answers for a while, but also accept that some things may go unexplained. Talk to people you trust about these thoughts. Sometimes talking about these ideas with someone else can help us see that they're not realistic. Practice acceptance exercises like meditation or deep breathing. They help you be more present and accept things as they are, rather than how you wish they were. Tip 5. Get through deep depression. The fifth stage is deep depression, and this is perhaps the most difficult of all. This is when the reality of the loss finally hits you, and you feel the full weight of what has happened. Unlike normal sadness, this depression is more intense and long-lasting. You may feel deeply empty, as if nothing matters anymore. It is common to lose interest in things that used to bring you pleasure, have difficulty sleeping or sleep too much, lose your appetite, or eat too much. Many people feel tired all the time, even when they are not doing anything that requires effort. You may cry for no apparent reason, or, on the contrary, feel too empty to cry. Some people feel as if they are at the bottom of a dark well, with no energy to climb out. This stage is necessary because it is when we truly process the pain of loss. It is as if our soul needs this time to regroup and get used to the new reality. Many people try to skip this stage or get out of it quickly, but this can cause the pain to show up in other ways later. During this stage, it is essential to take care of the basics. Even if you don't feel like it, try to eat at least a little, drink water, and take a shower. Ask for help from those close to you if necessary. Don't pressure yourself to be productive or feel well. This is a time of inner healing, and healing takes time. Seek professional help if you feel like you can't cope on your own. Therapists and psychologists are trained to help people in this situation. Remember that this phase is not permanent. Even though it may seem like you'll never get out of it, you will. It's important to respect your time, but also take small steps towards healing, such as going for a walk, talking to a friend, or doing a simple activity that used to bring you pleasure. Tip 6. Find moments of acceptance. The 6th stage is acceptance, but don't think of it as a moment of sudden joy. Acceptance in grief is more like a quiet peace that slowly builds. It's when you finally stop fighting reality and start finding ways to live with it. You're not happy about what happened, but you stop wasting energy trying to change it. It's like learning to walk again after an injury. It's hard and painful at first, but you gradually find your new rhythm. Acceptance can come in waves. One day you may feel at peace with the situation, and the next you may feel angry or sad again. This is completely normal. Grief is not a straight line. It's more like a spiral. You may revisit the previous stages, but each time you go through them, it gets a little easier. During acceptance, you start to be able to talk about your loss without despairing. You can remember good times without feeling any pain. You start to make plans for the future, even if they're small. It could be deciding to redecorate a room, planning a trip, or simply committing to taking better care of yourself. To cultivate acceptance, practice gratitude for the time you had with the person you lost, rather than focusing solely on the loss. Allow yourself to create new rituals and traditions that honor your loss, but also connect you to the present life. Begin to reconnect with people and activities, even if slowly. Accept that your life will be different, but that different doesn't necessarily mean worse. It may just be different, and over time, you may discover aspects of this new life that are valuable and meaningful. Tip 7. Build your new identity. The 7th and final stage is building a new identity. When we experience a significant loss, a part of our identity also changes. If you've lost a spouse, you may no longer know what it's like to be yourself without being part of a couple. If you've lost a job that defined your life, you may feel lost about who you are now. This stage is about discovering who you are in this new reality and building a life that makes sense with this new version of yourself. It's not about forgetting the past or pretending the loss didn't happen. It's about integrating this experience into your life story in a way that allows you to grow and move forward. You may discover strengths you didn't know you had, develop new interests, or connect more deeply with values that have always been important to you. Some people find a new calling by helping others who are going through similar situations. Others find meaning in honoring the memory of what they lost through positive actions. The important thing is that you allow yourself to explore this new version of yourself with curiosity and compassion. To build this new identity, start by trying small experiments. Try new activities, meet new people, explore interests you've always had but never had the time to develop. Reflect on what you've learned from your experience of loss and how it can make you a wiser and more compassionate person. Consider how you can use your experience to help others. Sometimes transforming our grief into purpose is one of the most powerful forms of healing. Remember that building a new identity doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that can take months or even years. Be patient with yourself during this journey. Now you know the 7 stages of grief and understand that what you are feeling is part of a natural and necessary process. Each of these stages has its purpose and its time. Don't try to skip any of them or rush the process. Your mind and heart know the right pace for your healing. Remember that there is no right or wrong way to grieve. Each person has their own path and their own time. The important thing is that you don't give up on yourself. No matter how difficult it is right now, You have within you the strength you need to get through this storm and find peace on the other side. You won't forget what you lost, but you will learn to carry that memory in a way that strengthens you instead of paralyzing you. Your life may be different now, but it can still be full of meaning, love, and joy. The sun may be hidden by the clouds right now, but it is still there, waiting to shine again in your life. You will breathe easy again. You will smile again. You will live again. And now tell me, in which of these stages do you recognize yourself most? Share your experience in the comments, because your story may be exactly what someone else needs to hear today to not feel alone on this journey.